Hello, 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 hello. Listen, what a phenomenal day it has been honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and all of the festivities that's going on today. It's such an awesome time to just pause and think about and reflect back on all that has happened during the growth, during the march, and bringing everyone together for a common cause. Well, today is no different. This is the Life Strategies show hosted by Maxine Phillips McKoy coming your way. Listen, let's just take a moment of silence, first of all, honoring today. And secondly, why don't you reach out to someone and let them know to chime in, to come on and connect tonight on this evening as we talk about life strategies. Go on, contact your family members, your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors, all of those great people, and then let us know where you are coming from. Let us know what state you're in. We would love to know this information about you. The Life Strategy Show, it has been designed so that we can bring individuals on to share with us the strategies that they have put in place in their lifetime to help them to move forward with whether it's their business, their career, their life, their profession, a project. But, we always talk about this time of the year doing goal settings. And for the last 2 weeks, I have been talking about goal settings opposed to creating a resolution. And tonight is no different. We have a special guest with us who has had a goal in mind ever since he was very, very young. And he's in the ninth grade now. But before we bring this young man on, I want to talk to you just a little bit about what is level less. As you see in the corner, it says levellessco.com, which is the website. But level less is about defining what success looks like for you. So you can remove the levels. There's no reason for you to, compete with yourself or anyone else. It's about knowing your worth. It's about advocating for yourself and be a self-advocate. And it's also about continuing to succeed on your own terms. That's what levelless is about. And so as we talk about levelless, the sky is not the limit. So don't ever limit yourself. And as I bring young adults on to the show, it gives them an opportunity to talk about the strategies that they're putting in place, the visions that they have for themselves, the dreams that they're dreaming about. I even challenge you, the adults. You've had dreams. Sharon, thank you for coming in and being a part of the show. You've had dreams, but you've let go of those dreams because life has gotten in the way or someone has challenged you to think differently. But I challenge you to go back to those dreams that you had when you were a youth and ask yourself, what can I do now to implement those dreams, to put a strategy in place for the dreams in order for me to feel fulfilled, to move forward, to make sure that I am in the right career and doing the right things of my own everyday abilities and strengths. So the young man that we have tonight is Dejan Dickerson Jr. So let's bring Dejan in so I can just share some information about this phenomenal young man. He's coming up. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Sometimes technology does what it wants to do. So let's give him a chance to. There it is. Hello, hello, hello. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I am doing phenomenal. Now that I have you on here, this is my great nephew, everyone. So yes, it's a family member. So Dejan, tell us a little bit about you. And I know you've been doing some phenomenal things today. But before you share with us about you yourself, there's a song I've asked you to sing to open up tonight's show. So why don't we do that right now?
All right. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
All right, all right. Come on, everybody. Let's give him a clap, some applause. Yes, 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 yes. Listen to that beautiful voice, Dejan. Oh my gracious, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
it's my understanding that you have been singing for a long time, even though you're a freshman in high school. So tell us a little bit about you and how you got started.
Well, my name is Dejan, and I've been singing since I was very, very little, inspired by the people that I've seen in church services. Um, and so I've been singing, leading devotional services, and from there, I've joined multiple programs such as enrichment, and NDPAA stage programs, which has opened up a broader stage for me to perform on. Um, and yes, so
That is awesome. I love what you said, the broader stages for you to perform on. Because it's my understanding that you've opened for some phenomenal singers.
yes, ma'am.
You want to
Uh,
share any of those with us?
well, and recently opened up for Fred Hammond and also Marvin Sapp during the HBCU Classics right here in Canton, Ohio.
Excellent, excellent. Now, when I was in Ohio in September, we had an opportunity to talk, and you shared with me that you were going to be receiving an award in December. And I was trying to get you on in December, but it didn't work. But you're here tonight. So tell me about the award that you received.
Well, the award that I received is titled the Macy Gray Rising Star Award, which means you've been singing throughout the community for 5 or more years. And so I was so humbled to receive that award in December. So,
Okay. And I understand you might have that award with you. Can you show it to us?
yes, ma'am, this is
Yay. All
award.
right. Yes, that's nice. Very, very nice. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank
Look
you.
at that
Thank you.
talent. Look at that ability. So I know you told me that you've been singing for a young age. Who taught you how to sing?
Well, from the people in the church, just mimicking them, and to coming home and practicing with my father, and just watching different people on YouTube, Clark's was just telling the man, and everything just coming together from the people in the church, singing with my dad, him giving me critiques and notes to help me sound better than what I was sounding, and from the people that I've watched and quote unquote mimicked.
Well, you may have mimicked them, and your dad surely is a phenomenal instructor, but I'm hearing some natural abilities. I'm hearing something that you were already born with and able to do.
Yes,
How are
ma'am.
you feeling about that?
Yeah, yes, I understand. I feel that I have a lot of stuff that I come up with singing and stuff, I feel sometimes is just from the heart. And not everything that comes out of my mouth I can learn from a singer on YouTube or even from family members. So I'm grateful for for that gift.
Yes, yes. So being a freshman in high school, I understand you take music, and it's not just music. So tell me the name of the class that you're taking in high school.
The class is titled Music Theory, where we are learning how to write music, learning the notes on the treble and bass clef, and learning that will teach me how to read music in order to play the piano, guitar, and things such as.
All right. Now, I heard you, if I'm not mistaken, I did a little investigating myself. I have to go out on YouTube, and I have to go out on Facebook and start looking around and like, what has this young man been doing? And I came across where you were, I don't know if it was a keyboard or the piano that you were playing. So do you play some instruments, different instruments?
Well, yes, I can. I'm learning still on how to play the piano and the organ, and I can, dibble dabble on the drums.
Dibble and dabble. I like that. Dibble and dabble. That's good. So tell me about today. I think you performed today with it being MLK Day and that beautiful voice that you have. I'm sure someone had you on stage singing.
Yes, ma'am. Today I performed at the Lila Green Alliance Educators Program MLK award ceremony earlier this evening, and I sang "Lift Every Voice and Sing, and We Shall Overcome."
Excellent, excellent. And yes, we shall overcome. I love Lift Every Voice because with that being, the black anthem, that's awesome. So with this talent that you have, and you've been singing at such a young age, how do you see yourself moving forward with these musical abilities?
Well, I want to go forth in singing because my goal in singing is to encourage the people of my generation.
Come
I
on.
want to, the people of my age, I want to uplift them and encourage them to inspire them that anything, any talent you have, you can go out and you can perform it on stages that you never think you could perform and go on. Not just the school talent shows, but perform in front of all of the dignitaries, the mayors, the state representatives. And so that's my goal. And I want to just keep uplifting and inspiring the children of my generation.
That is a beautiful goal. And, I know you're going to do phenomenal with it. So, viewers, let me know where you're coming from. We want at least 1,000 viewers out there. Make comments, ask questions. Let me know what questions you want me to ask this young man. We're going to be having more young adults on the show so that we can start hearing from them. They're innovative, they're creative, they have these abilities, they have strengths that we need to acknowledge and allow them to use them. Here's an opportunity for, I'm hearing some background, some Dejan in order to showcase his abilities. All right, so Sharon, thank you for chiming in. Did you have a particular question? Sharon is coming in from Raleigh, and thank you so much for the support and supporting Dejan. So help me to understand the strategies that you're putting in place for school. Now, you told me what you want to do with your music, but what about school itself? Because you're in the ninth grade, you have a few more years to go. So, what are some of the things, the strategies that you're thinking about now for school?
Well, for school, it's really I it's for school it's challenging at times for me to learn. So the strategies that I'm using for school,
Well, think about some of the classes that you're taking.
stumped on that question.
That's okay. What about some of the classes? I know we're doing music, but okay, so what's some of your favorite music that you listen to?
Well, the music that I listen to normally is gospel and old school type of R&B.
Okay. All right. And any particular artists when you're talking about the gospel? I know you.
Yes, all the Clark sisters, Tamala Man, Kirk Franklin, all of them. I love them. The Pace sisters.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So do you have any upcoming events that you're going to be singing at? You know, I know you've done it today for MLK Day, but any other upcoming event?
Not right now on the schedule, but pretty soon I'll be going into the studio to record up my song. Um, say their names.
Okay. And that's something, ladies and gentlemen, that he will be performing for us. Just one little sneak peek of it. Now, we're not going to give you the whole thing because once he records it, we want you to be able to support this young man by purchasing his album or his CD, or I'm not sure track. I'm not sure what to call it nowadays, but the music,
A single.
the single. You're going to create a single. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, who has inspired you? I know your dad gave you some instructions, and who else have inspired you with your music?
Uh, well, just um, all of my family, and one important person who I really, have learned a lot from during these years is I consider him like my little vocal coach is Christopher Gales. He's really helped me to come together with my voice and develop some things and gave me great song choices. So that is one of the major people that have contributed to my vocal success.
Excellent, excellent. It's always a good give honor to those mentors, those supporters. And you talk about songs, song choice. I understand that you write songs. You're a songwriter.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I wrote a few songs. I've recently took a little break. Sometimes they call it writer's block, so I haven't been receiving any songs lately. But yes, ma'am.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I love the way you said that you have not been receiving any songs, and you pointed to that right, that brain, right, that brain, because many times we have to find ourselves taking some meditation time, quiet time, so that we can and allow that white space, so those new ideas and that innovation can drop into our spirit. So I love the fact that you said you have to take a little time for that because we all need to be able to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, even look, we have this young adult who's given us platinum nuggets that we must take time for ourselves, whether it's through meditation, whether it's just in some quiet time, or whether you're reading a book. And guess what? Whether you're writing music or poetry, that's still a way of finding that quiet time. So I understand we have another visitor in the that can join us, which is your father. And so let's have the dad to come on and join us. Well, hello this evening.
Hello.
All right, yes, let's move it over just a little bit. There you go. And look
Where you
at you, Mr. Coach. You're the music coach.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's so good to see you, nephew.
Good to see
So
you
tell
too.
us a little bit about this maestro you have sitting beside you, this songwriter, this artist that the world is coming to know and understand and listen to this beautiful voice.
Uh his gift was very apparent at a very young age. Very musically talented, inclined. My brother played the drums. He used to hit a beat when he was like 1 years old,
Uh-huh.
and uh my son would mimic the beat, and then my brother tried to give him a more complicated beat, and my 1 year old son would still mimic that, be
Okay,
able to
okay.
mimic that beat. And uh his vocals, I didn't really see him at first. I didn't really hear him at first, until he got about, I don't know, he might have been about 7. And I started hearing his voice develop, his vocals develop. And as he's gotten older, it's just been developing greater and greater. So hopefully he's has something to bless us with in generations to come.
Oh, he does. There's no doubt about it. I hear that little raspiness in his voice. But even
Yeah,
when he's speaking, you can hear it. Now,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, on this banner that's running across the screen is the actual email address where you can get in contact with Dejan, in the event that you want him to be featured on, at your studio or your church or a conference or something. Let's help this young man to become known and allow him to use his phenomenal gift that he's been blessed with. We all have gifts and talents and strengths. It's just that we must be able to identify them. And that's one of the things that here at Levelist we help individuals do. But listen, this young man who's sitting in front of me, he didn't have to come to me to find out those about those gifts. It was a gift that it was already there. And guess what? His dad heard it. He recognized it. And there are a lot of parents who don't necessarily recognize their children's abilities and their gifts. And many times we overlook them. I did, even with my children when they were little coming up. I mean, little did I know that I had one who's a finance guru, who's a marketing expert, so who's a logistic expert, an inventory person. I had no idea about those gifts because what? I wasn't in tune. And many times, and I have to give you respect, Dejan Senior, is because you paid attention. Some parents, we don't pay attention to our kids' gifts. And you think about some of the female singing groups and the male singing groups and how they come together because their parents paid attention and
Mhm.
they continue to work with them and not push them, but encourage them.
Okay.
And that's what we have here. That's what, listen, I'm always talking about generations. It's transforming generations and leaving legacies. And that's what we have sitting in front of you. Sound like to me, you have a musical ability too, Dad. A,
A little bit,
a
a little
little,
bit, a little bit.
a little bit. Well, you have enough to hear it. Put it like
Yeah,
that. You might
yeah.
not necessarily be able to sing it, but you have the ear for it.
Hmm.
And so that's good. I had the ear for it when my son was playing saxophone. I couldn't play the saxophone whatsoever, but I could tell if he missed a note,
Ah,
So sometimes you're given different gifts in an area of music. Everybody's not
mhm,
going to be a singer. Everybody's not going to be a songwriter,
mhm.
but you have to pay attention to those gifts. So that's awesome.
True.
So what else do we need to know about this young man and his, even his schooling?
Um, he plans to be a music major in to go to school in college for that. Afterwards, we don't know yet. Of course, he want to make it big. Everybody want to make it big, right?
Okay, he is gonna be. He's already made it big. He's on.
Yeah,
Listen, he's on the level. He's on the Life Strategy Show. So
you got
listen,
it.
we streamed to over 200 countries. You're gonna be
Okay,
on Pod TV. You're gonna be on Roku, and you're on YouTube. So you have made it big.
you made it
One of
big
the things that I always tell individuals: define what success looks like for you.
for you. True.
Okay. And that way, you're not trying to compete with someone else. You're not
Hmm.
trying to climb a ladder or a corporate ladder according to someone else. So,
Hmm.
even with you thinking about going to college, what college have you done what research have you done in order to determine the college that's going to have the curriculum or the degree plan that's going to meet what you have this ability to be doing? You're looking into that? Have you looked into
Right.
that?
We talked about this, so I let him tell you.
Okay.
Well, I want to go to one of the HBCUs, but then I haven't told my dad about this one yet. There's a university called Tiffin University that recently came to our school that has a very successful music program that I was just looking into. And so
Where'd
there's
you say you
still
want
some
to?
searching and things to look for.
Where'd you say you want to go to New York?
All right. And
New
maybe,
York.
maybe that's a possibility. So look at it like this: you have options. You have not narrowed down exactly which school you're going to actually attend. So what you're doing is you're in the exploratory stage right now. So visit them, talk to them, find out what scholarships they offer. because the whole objective is so it's the least amount of money out of your pocket. So look
Right.
at what scholarships are they offering, and
Right.
talk to someone who's attended that school. So there's other things that you can do as you're exploring the school. So you don't have to land on anything. You have your 3 more years to be in high school. And as you're in high school, now's the time to explore what you're going to be doing beyond high school. And so those are some of the things that we even do here at Levelist with our young adults. Is what electives you're going to take, what college you're going to attend, and not only the college, you have to look at, is that college the best environment for you? It might offer a music program, but we want to make sure you have the best environment for your gifts and talents and your strengths. Okay, so that's something to take into consideration. All right. Well, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see. Is there anything else you can? I'm just looking at my notes so I can see what else. I understand that you also started singing at your grandmother's church.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell me about some of those times. Take me down memory lane a little bit.
Well, there was this. We had just going back. There's a conference that we have in Alliance from time to time. I believe it's our biannual, where we have our people from Kentucky and things such as that come down to our church. And so we have this guitarist named Prince Steele, and the sound of the guitar mixed in with the voices of Joyce Peterson and Constant Lily all combined really just raised up my spirits, made me want to get up and clap my hands, made me want to get up and step my feet. And so from singing there and listening to those voices, that's always been something that I wanted to do, was to get somebody to stand up and clap their hands and stomp their feet, maybe run around the church.
Say react to your music. That's exactly what they would be doing, is reacting to your music, because they would feel it within their own spirit and within their own soul. And so that's awesome. So with you being this songwriter, and I understand that you've written your own songs, and so are you going to be the one always singing your songs, or do you have another strategy as you write the songs?
Well, I don't really know quite yet, but if I write a song, it's usually planned on that I'm going to sing it. But I'm not the only person that I would like to see sing it. I would like other people to cover it and things such as that. But if I write a song, I'd be like, I would like to sing the song.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So that's awesome. That when you write the song, you'll be able to sing the song. There's nothing wrong with that. There are some individuals who are songwriters and other people sing their song and they still get royalties from it.
Mhm.
Remember options. I always like to make sure you look at options and you decide which one is going to be better for you. Because remember, you define what success looks like for you. And by doing that, then you can start looking at all the different options or paths that you can go down with the abilities that you have. And that's one thing about knowing, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's one thing about knowing your everyday natural abilities, because it does lend itself to give you options. You can define what profession you're going to go into, because there's so many different career paths that we can take. I'm getting feedback. Is that me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's on your end.
my end. Okay. All right. So let's see. With the writing of this song, Say Their Name, what did you think about as you were writing that song?
Well, when I wrote this song, it was during the mass killings of all of the black people, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, just to name two of them. And so when I wrote the song, it was just to get justice for those who have gone due to the brutality of the policemen. And so I even went back to Emmett Till and went back to Trayvon Martin. I just wanted to try to, uplift somebody's spirit with that song.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Such a young man who's taken all this into consideration, from the brutality to them losing their life, and then what that song actually means. And, by saying say their names, it's like you're right. We need to call out their names. We don't need to forget about them. And so that's awesome that you were able to take that time and write this song. And I love what you said as far as when you write the song, you want to be able to sing the song. And I'm sure this song has a totally different meaning by you singing it versus someone else singing it. So that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So you want to take a moment and sing that song as we stay in silent and we can say their names in our head. As you say their names, we'll say their names in our head, as you're singing. Does that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
So many people are dying. So many others are left crying. But now we need to take a stand. Join together, hand in hand, and say their names. Say their names. Say their names. Say their names. You can't run while black. Can't wear your hoodie while black. You can't drive, can't go home. Drink iced tea, wait for the bus while you're black. Because you're scared of the attack. Say their names. Say their names. Say their names. Say their names. Say their names.
All right. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, say their names. You only heard the first part of that single. As he records the single, we will have him back so that he can let you know that it has been released and you can support him as he continue with this gift that he has been given at an early age. But we know it was when he was given the breath of life. He just started using it for him to understand it was at an early age. Just like many of us, we have been given so many abilities and strengths. And it's important that you understand what those abilities are. You must understand what those abilities are. The song Say Your Name is so beautiful and it's so touching, it's so befitting of the things that happen in life. So just know that we want you to understand the importance of you understanding your abilities. Dejan has found and understand the ability that he's been given, and he's using it to help others. Say their names. Don't forget about these individuals who lost their lives to brutality. Don't forget about individuals who live beside you, who still need your help. And definitely don't forget about our young people who need our support. I thank you so much for this opportunity, gentlemen, for being on here, for sharing your story. I know we're family, but even if we had not been family and I heard about you, I still would have brought you on because it's so important that we let the world know our young people have gifts and talents and they're ready to use it for the world if we will only give them the opportunity to do so. So please support this young man whenever you see him with his song, once he releases his single. And I'm sure there's a book somewhere inside of you, young man. I'm sure you're going to be writing a book about all of this and the journey that you've been on, as you say, such a young age. So, Dad, are there any closing words that you'd like to say?
I just thank you for allowing us this space to showcase my son and his talents, and just ask you all to keep us uplifted with support and love, and we'll continue to send the same to you guys.
All right. Now you all see the email address is at the bottom of the banner that's scrolling. Please take it down. DAJEUN Dickerson 57 at gmail.com. This is how you can contact Dejan and his father so that you can book him, for an event to have him to come to your place and sing and use his beautiful voice. There's your other auntie on the line looking at you. Aunt Alberta
Hey,
is on.
Porky.
Yes. I try to be diplomatic about that, not the nickname. You know how we always have these little special names for our family members.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so, Dejan, what would you like to leave as your parting words to the world?
Well, just want to say, just when I release this, just keep
That's all right.
keep
Come on.
supporting me is what I'm just asking. Keep supporting me and helping me to continue this musical journey.
I love that. Now he's asking for support. He's not assuming that you're going to give it to him. He's asking for support. So I love the fact that you put it out there because that's what we must do. We must ask for what we need. We must ask people to help us. And many times we don't. So, Dad, you've done a phenomenal job. Your mom, y'all have done a phenomenal job with this young man. And I just want you all
Thank
to
you.
know it. I'm very proud of you. And listen, you keep in touch with your Aunt Maxine so she'll know what's going on, okay? We have to bring you back so we can reintroduce you to the world once you get the single ready to go. So,
Yes,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, here you have in front of you father and son, both musical talented. One has an ear, the other has a voice and an ear for music. So we have different levels of ability. So we have to understand how to use them. So reach out to me as well at Level Let's Co, Maxine at levelletsco.com. Let me know. Let me hear from you because you might not understand how to use those gifts and talents that you've been given, or you might not have even discovered them, identified them, or you might even need to confirm them. So I'm here to help you to understand how to use those God given, everyday, natural, innate ability. And even your auntie is saying, how can I help? Let me know. So I love the fact that you put it out there and now people are going to be reaching out to you to find out how can they help you move your music forward. Okay. So when you get those requests, don't sit on them. My mentor and my coach tells me follow up is essential. So you must follow up when people reach out to you and you need to do it immediately. So don't delay. So to our producer, I'm not sure if our producer is ready or not, but we are getting ready to sign off. It has been a phenomenal interview. I thank you so much for being my special guest. And when I'm in the area, I love to be able to come to your school and even meet, do a career day. Yes. And so remember the assessment. If you need look at understanding your abilities and your strengths, you can always go to my website and it's going to be running on the screen called Levelers Code / assessments. And that's where you can view all the different types of assessments. We have students 14 to college. We have adults who transition, unemployed, underemployed, or maybe even not being paid what you need to be paid or ready to be promoted. And then we have our leadership, those who are aspiring to become leaders, as well as those who are already in leadership position, such as your C-suites and your executives. And then, believe it or not, how about those who want to become an attorney or a lawyer? Are you aspiring to be part of the legal system? We even have that's called our lawyer assessment. So we have assessments for all different ages and ranges. You just let us know, register, and we will make sure that you get feedback from a certified Highlands consultant like myself. It has been awesome talking with you this evening and observing and witnessing someone who has a everyday natural ability that they were born with. And this is what we're talking about as far as knowing who you are and knowing those natural abilities. Because when you do, you get the job, listen, you get the career you want, you're paid the income that you desire, and you live the lifestyle that you deserve. You can't get any better than that.
That's right.
You cannot get any better than that. And I am Carnella gave you some love. And this woman is a powerful, powerful woman of God. And we'd have to get you connected with her as well. She's down here in Wilson, North Carolina, and running a phenomenal ministry there. So, Miss Carnella, thank you so much for being a part. Cherish is listening. She gave you some love too. Listen, we got a lot of them chiming in now. We're getting ready to leave, and we might need to start this conversation all over again. But anyway, thank you so much for being my special guest this evening. I look forward to us continuing to have this conversation. All right.
Thank
So
you.
the producer, as we close, I always say, I believe in you and I trust you believe in yourself. The sky is not the limit, so don't limit yourself. Have a great evening. And until next time, next week, same place, same time. This is Maxine Phillips McKoy, the levelless woman, helping you become who you were born to be. Have a great evening.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance.